Now to a major break in a cold case murder investigation. This is about a mother who vanished without a trace more than 20 years ago now, and the daughter who never, ever gave up looking for her mom. It's the focus of this week's 48 Hours, and Peter Van Sant has the story.
On the evening of July 9th, 1999, Tiffani McInnis, who was just 15, had plans to go to dinner with her mom, Kim Langwell.
And then I can't get a hold of her. I immediately start texting her 911. She just never called.
The next day, Joe Ball, a former detective with the Beaumont PD, was summoned to the parking lot of an Eckert pharmacy. Kim's abandoned car had been discovered.
You're looking for physical evidence. We were looking for blood. We were looking for a body, looking for a crime scene, and we had none of that. She just disappeared.
Police had many suspects, but without any physical evidence, the case would go cold.
If not even the authorities can do something to find my mom, who's going to help us?
But then, in 2023, the case was reopened.
Our overall goal was just to get answers for the family.
Detective Heather Wilson and her team looked at all the suspects from 1999. They were also determined to find Kim's body. Soon, detectives would get information that would lead them to a possible location.
This house is where we found the most disturbing scene, something I've never seen or heard of in my law enforcement career.
Well, that'll get your attention. Peter Van Sant joins us now. Good morning to you, Peter.
Good morning. This is an extraordinary story. It is my favorite of the entire season.
Really?
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up.
Why did they reopen it?
They reopened it through the power of television. The true crime show Cold Justice went to Beaumont, Texas, looking for a case that they could reinvestigate. They found Kim's case. Beaumont detectives took the lead, and they told us at the time that they could never have imagined what they were about to discover.
So there's no evidence for so long. What eventually led them to the body?
Well, the cold case detectives took a second look, and they talked to a man named David Wiley, who was a friend of her boyfriend back in the day, who had played pool with the number one suspect, her ex-boyfriend, the night that she disappeared. And Wiley, they put him in front of a grand jury. He breaks under the pressure. He admits that Terry had confessed to him. He tells authorities where she is buried. And then it takes, this team 13 hours to dig through, if you're ready for this, the floor in one of the bedrooms in Terry's house. He had buried the body there.
Oh,
took him 13 hours to get all the remains back.
Jeez.
And it is just as shocking and diabolical evil case that I have ever covered.
Oh, man.
He raised a family in that house,
Oh,
and they
my
walked
gosh,
over
knowing that.
the top of
Wow, Peter. That is quite a tease. And that was one of your favorites of the season?
Oh, it's just so powerful. The people
Wow.
involved will
Okay.
break your heart.
All right, Peter, thank you very much. You can watch Peter's report, Kimberly Langwell's Hidden Grave, Hidden is a Word, on 48 Hours. That's tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central, right here on CBS, and, of course, streaming on Paramount+.